The reason why passive investors will lose money in 2023 is because they invest in this. We were all spoiled by 2022. We could have bought anything and it would have made money. In fact, if you invested in these three markets in 2021, it is very difficult to lose money. I mean, you could have bought dirt and still made money. Now that the market has shifted, we can't just buy any property and rely on the market to raise its value. Luckily, in commercial real estate, a property's value can be increased by applying certain strategies. And before this video ends, you'll learn what to look for to make this your best investing year to date. But before we get into that, let's dive deeper on the biggest mistake that passive investors are doing right now, which is focusing on the deal. So why is that a mistake? The best way I can explain it is through this. Picture the deal or property as a sailboat and the market cycle as the wind. And when the winds are strong, it's gonna be a hell of a ride. But what happens when it's a down market or there are no more winds? The boat is dead on the water.
Well, that's not good.
You see, when the market is responsible for raising the property's value, it overshadows the other aspects that also affect its value, like a good strategy, good market understanding, and an experienced operator to implement those strategies. And I don't blame the passive investor, because in 2022, every single operator looked like a rock star. Most of them over-delivered on their promise when they sold the property. But was it really because of skill, or was it because they had a very strong tailwind? Come 2023, there are no more winds, and that roaring up market cycle, well, that boat has sailed. You see what I did there? How do sailboats move without the wind? Using a motor. You see, we're in the middle of a market transition, and it's heading in a different direction from last year. Fortunately, the value of a commercial real estate property is based on the ability of the property to produce income. And a property's income is dependent on how it is operated. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our motor to our sailboat. This brings us to the strategy that you should be implementing in 2023. So instead of looking for sailboats, is it looking for motors? What? No! You need to find experienced operators. Here are the three things you need to look for in a good operator. First, they must be investing in the space for more than 3 years, because anything below that means they've only invested in one kind of market cycle. You need to be investing in an operator who has experience sailing in rough waters. Second, they must have 2 or 3 deals that they've bought, operated, and sold before 2021. The industry standard term for this is called a deal that has gone full cycle. As I mentioned earlier, in a bull market, everyone looks like a genius. So you want to know how have they delivered and performed without the help of the market. And third, you want to know if they are well capitalized. Another way of asking this is knowing how much do they have in reserves. The bulk of the returns really is not in annual cash flow. It is in the time of sale. That is where you'll see the double-digit returns. So the strategy is to get to the finish line. This is why having a healthy amount in reserves will ensure you can survive those months where there is a higher than normal vacancy or an unexpected major repair. Now, does it mean you shouldn't invest with someone who doesn't have all these requirements? No, not necessarily. Besides, everyone has to start somewhere. And remember, commercial real estate is a team sport. It takes multiple members doing specific jobs to bring the deal into a full cycle. Yeah, I'll invest with you. It's okay if the operator you know doesn't have the requirements I mentioned above, as long as 1 or 2 members of the team have them. And once you've done all that, you just have to make sure that you have a basic understanding of each of those members' unique role. And this video will ensure you have a clear understanding of that. Ha! Draw 4 cards. What?